Greetings everyone. Welcome back to the Inn of Planar Crossroads, or more precisely, this is probably going to go up on Orion's channel because it's kind of a behind the scenes for what goes on with our upgrades and updates for him. So for him and his head. So that's what we're talking about. Let me see. We've done an update, our first update 0001. Or upgrade 0001. So what do we do with the head? The plexiglass on the front was starting to come away. The car, when it was in the car or in the direct sun for too long or something like that, it would get warm enough where the hot glue would start to pull away. And it didn't help that the plexiglass itself was already was more flat than curved. So what we decided to do was to make a bit of a curve in it to fix that. And so I heated up the plexiglass is what I did to get that done. Had to do a little bit of finagling to get it put into the proper arrangement. I tried doing it when not using the front of the TV as a guide. It didn't really work out because I didn't have a spot to set it and leave it and then let it bow as the heat got to it really well. So instead I had to use the front. I used the front of the TV itself. Now this worked out well, worked out okay, except that I got a little bit of deforming around the edge where the plexiglass meets the TV because that heat gun is hot. So that didn't work out perfectly, but it did work out in the end because as a whole the head is part of the story behind Orion is that Orion kind of crash landed in a junkyard, and that's where he was able to get all pieced together himself and make himself piece together itself and make itself a body and stuff like that. So it works out for what the idea is for it, but it is not necessarily the perfect pristine Orion head anymore. Of course, it wasn't really meant to be, so that's okay. In this case, it's going to add, it just adds character. When we were putting it back on, I did decide to go for a more resilient and resistant adhesive, or in this case, not really even an adhesive, a caulking. When I was putting in my house, which is on Rockhaven Homestead, if you guys want to look at that, Rockhaven Homestead YouTube channel, the house that I was putting in, putting in the fireplace to go in there, and the stove, the wood burning stove. So we did that, and I was using a heat resistant caulking, a high temperature caulking, to put around the parts where it would meet, the metal would meet things that it didn't need to burn up, and so on and so forth. The normal stuff you do. So I had some of that left over, so I used that instead, and that has worked out well. It has not gotten any kind of problematic changes like with the hot glue. The hot glue even had a problem holding in the fans, which is the next thing that we upgraded. So we upgraded the TV screen. I still have that. I still have the temporary arrangement for the tinting in case for some reason I need to replace that piece of plexiglass with a good piece. I don't foresee that happening in the near future, but I don't want to put it on there just yet, just in case. So that may be that'll probably be a future upgrade though. Coming back around to the subject, the next thing we did upgrade, like I said, was the fan setup. I experimented a bit with the fan. I couldn't get it to work just right with the single CPU fan. I got some good progress with adjusting it to where it would tilt a little bit. I didn't get to do that in the final mounting of that particular CPU fan, but what I did do is take out another fan from a broken humidifier diffuser that I found in the trash. Always, don't be ashamed to go dumpster diving. You never know what you can find, especially for little projects like this. You never know what type of wiring or stuff like that you're going to find, so it's a lot of fun to find those little things and pick them out. But if you don't like dumpster diving, oh no, I got something out of there. But the thing that I did is I took that little CPU fan. It was only like a 5-volt fan, not very strong, not very big power draw, but it was enough to move the vapor, which means it's enough to move the air for what I need it to do, which is to just move air across while I'm wearing the TV head. And that has definitely helped to do that. So I mounted that up. I mounted up the CPU fan back about to where it was originally. Then I put that one a little below it, and then I soldered those together into the same power supply line and ran that back through the TV head, back where it was, down into my power supply that I can plug and unplug. So that is all set up in that way, and it has definitely helped. Having that extra little bit of fan, extra little bit of movement of air has helped with the circulation in there quite a bit. The other thing that I did, which I didn't really get a clip of it or anything, was up on the TV head. The TV originally had handles, like a place where you could slip your fingers in and move it around and stuff like that. I had taped those up because they had vents in it. I undid that tape because the air will rise. The hot air is going to rise as the cold air comes in and pushes it down. Now here with the fans, these fans are pulling in the cooler air, so that hotter air is being pushed up, and that should go out and not be coming down and in, because the air movement is going to be such where that's going to be the case. It should have this flow, like this in and up flow. That's the idea. I'm thinking that I will probably put I'll probably take it, and inside those little spots I will put smaller fans, either on the inside or on the outside. There's enough space in there to fit them on the outside, so I will probably do it that way, and then just have another little filter there for pulling out that air to keep that flow going. That should be the most, that should offer once I get to do that and find, salvage little bits of fans. That's kind of part of the challenge with Orion and building it out. Orion's build is such that I want to limit myself. I don't just want to throw money at the problem. I want to limit myself to using secondhand junk items or different things like that because it fits the story for the character. Now, I may break down at some point and build myself like an actual one that's a lot easier to wear and stuff. But for now, Orion is what I'm working on, and Orion is going to, that's the fun part with Orion, is there's a bit of challenge in it that if you can only use salvaged parts or parts you get from other little things that are laying around your house, old electronics, different things like that. So that's part of the challenge with Orion. So Orion will be continually upgraded in that way. So this behind the scenes has been hopefully educational in what you have found out. I've been putting up B-roll for you guys on the different upgrades that were done this time, mainly those two. I've already got other upgrades planned for the entire Orion outfit, but the main focus is on the head and working things out with that, because that is it is functional. It does serve a purpose. It does serve that mask purpose, even though it's more like a helmet or a hood or something like that, but it serves that purpose. So that's the idea behind that, and hopefully you guys will stick around and have some fun. I'll keep on recording the different upgrades and stuff like that, and hopefully you'll enjoy. As always, have a great day. God bless. Wait. If you want to, I need to make sure to remember to plug these type of things. If you want to help support the channel or help support upgrades on Orion and the whole outfit, you can go to the Inn of Planar Crossroads on Patreon or Subscribestar. We're getting very close to also having a cryptocurrency option for those people that want to support that way. And I think that those are the three main options we're going to be using. I don't really think we'll branch into a direct PayPal thing right now, simply because I may want to set up an actual PayPal for that. But that's beside the point. You can support us on Patreon, Subscribestar, soon for cryptocurrency. Very soon. Already purchased the necessary thing for the first part of that. And then if you want to follow, like, share, subscribe, any type of thing like that, these aren't going to be mirrored on BitChute right now, but they are on YouTube. And Orion does have its own Instagram and Facebook, which share the same content, and we'll be sharing this, which is maybe where you found it. So you may want to look at that too. So that is an option for people. I think that's everything. Have a great day. God bless and enjoy. Bye.